the low bar back squat. This is a great exercise for lower body strength that is going to really work on our quadriceps, our hamstrings, our glutes, and a lot of our hip hinge and extension that we're going to need for a successful lower body lift. The difference on this maneuver compared to the high bar back squat is, once again, the bar placement. So before, I'll unrack and show you, the high bar back squat was typically resting on my upper traps, whereas the low bar back squat, I might have to bring my hands out just a little bit and roll this bar down to my middle and lower trap. As you can see, this is a small, subtle change in position. However, when performed correctly, it's going to add a different variant to the squat. So with the low bar back squat, you're going to feel more pressure and load in your hips rather than your quadriceps. Reason being is the bar placement and where it's stacked. The high bar, when you perform the squat, it's going to be directly over your midfoot. So as you start to descend in your squat, that load is going to be directly over your quadriceps performing that lift. So you're going to feel a little more tension there. However, the low bar is going to be lower on our back. So when we squat, we're actually going to feel that load sitting more on our hips and our glutes, and it's going to be able to accentuate those muscles a little bit more. So it's a good variant to the squat. And the biggest thing, like I said before, with hand placement, because you do have to have the bar a little bit lower, it's going to create a little bit more external rotation in your glenohumeral joint. So for me, instead of having my index finger on that first knurling, I'm going to put my thumb on that first knurling, extend it out, so I have a pretty wide grip. And then I'm going to set up with the bar already on my mid to lower trap. I'm going to get in a squat position. I'm going to squeeze that bar into my back and create a nice tight shelf. I'm going to squeeze my glutes, create a lot of intra-abdominal pressure, unrack the weight, and feet are a little more than shoulder width apart this time. Toes, once again, depending on your flexibility, might be straight ahead or might be pointed out slightly. And when I begin to descend, I'm going to try to have that bar in a straight line all the way down. I don't want to be rocking on my toes or rocking on my heels on this lift. I want that weight evenly distributed in my foot. I should feel it right in my midfoot the entire time. And once again, I'm going to externally rotate my legs. I'm going to have a lot of universal tension and a neutral spine throughout my neck. So I'm going to perform a couple lifts. Now, as you can see, once you reach the bottom position, you can do different variations on like a pause hold or an immediate response back up, more of a ballistic lift. But this is a great exercise. You really want to be focusing on contracting your glutes the entire time and performing a good external rotation of the femur, keeping your knees on top of your toes throughout the entire lift. And once again, that is the low bar back squat.